Hello everyone, this is Ranger East. Today I will talk about another 10 things you may not know about Dark Souls 2. This time, I will tell you about some useless facts in the game. When I say it's useless, I mean that these facts could not help you much after you know them. However, I think they are still very interesting. Therefore, it's still worth mentioning. Let me tell you one by one, from the most obvious one to the least obvious one. Number 1. Do you know that there is a shortcut in the gutter which could help you to run through the gutter within a minute? After you leave the first bonfire in the gutter, take the path on the right, make a jump here. You will realize that you have already skipped the most annoying part in the gutter. This could be helpful if you want to get a Fragrant Branch of yours as soon as possible after you start a new game. Number 2. Do you know you could rest at the bonfire in Belfie's Soul without worrying about getting through this area? After you climb up the ladder, you could roll into the hole on the floor. If you do that at a specific angle, you could get out of Belfie's Soul. This could be helpful if you want to skip the Smelter Demon but still want to use a bonfire. You have known this before? I promise, things will get less obvious from now on. Number 3. I assume that all of you have known this. In Shaded Ruins, you could jump over the crack on this wall to get the item inside and then save a Fragrant Branch of yours. But do you know that this is more like a glitch and only doable while the FPS is around 30. This footage was recorded on my PS3 that the FPS was 30. This is not difficult to do on PS3. I can always jump over that crack within a short period of time. However, I'm not able to do that on my PC version, that the FPS is 60. After hours of attempts, I still cannot jump over that crack on my PC. Number 4. Do you know that you could interact with the candle flame in Medulla Mansion? This one is really useless. You could interact with the candle flame in Medulla Mansion by swinging your weapon near the candle, and it's so useless. I mean, it's useless. Number 5. Do you know that Lucatiel will take her mask off? This is surprisingly not known by many people. All you need is one thing and one thing only: patience. If you let her finish her dialogue without skipping it when you meet her for the second time, she will eventually take off her mask. But it just takes forever for her to finish her line. That's why I only see her taking off her mask twice. And this is the second time.
Assuming, of course, that the legends are true, I can only hope that they are.
Number 6. Do you know that Medulla is actually nearer than it looks from Highest Tower of Flame? And one more thing, we need to prove it by introducing an artifact that you may not know. Number 7. Do you know that prime stones won't be reset even after you get to another area which may seem to be far away from your original location? This would be helpful if you want to know how the areas are connected to each other and how it doesn't make sense. After we put enough prime stones at a spot in Medulla, we can actually see the prime stones from highest tower of flame. Can you see? Medulla is actually closer to the sea level than it looks from highest tower of flame. Number 8. Do you know the place that you first meet Bernhard is actually inside things but twist? I know that this statement is very confusing, but I will try to explain it to you. In Dark Souls 2, the developer tried to make every area in the game with no geographical sense and assumed that we are stupid enough to not figure it out. If you place some prime stones on the stairs near Bernhard, and then go back to things but twist, you will find that the prime stones you placed are actually floating in the air in things but twist. Look at that. Why would they do that? There are actually more areas in the game which will overlap with each other. For example, Shaded Ruins and Eldia's Keep, Iron Keep and Earthen Peak. Number 9. In Earthen Peak, what we've learned from Dark Souls 2 is that if you need to burn a windmill, don't burn the wooden parts. All you need to do is burn the metal parts of the windmill. This is so mind-blowing. I mean, this is so creative. It's also beyond human imagination. That's why we love Dark Souls 2, because it makes no sense. Actually, we don't need no fucking sense, right? Logic is only for losers. I'm sorry. I think I've gone too far. But do you know, when the windmill is being burned, the flame will not hurt you. To verify that, you need to summon another player. I need to thank Dairoro for helping me out on this fact. She is a Dark Souls 2 player from Hong Kong as well. You may also want to check out her channel. Number 10. Do you know you could get to this place in Last Bastille? To do that, you need to jump over this ledge in Sinister Rise. Then, jump down here. After that, jump across the gap. Then you will be in somewhere you're not supposed to be. Actually, I kinda like this area. This is the bonus part, number 11. Do you know that in Japanese version, Blue Sentinel Target has a different name? In Japanese version, his name is Blue Knight Grindog. I believe that the dialogue in Japanese version is actually the same as other version, that he will call himself Target. but the subtitle will display grind dog instead. This is also found in Chinese version. It seems that the Chinese version basically used Japanese version as the base. You could also find this information on the official Japanese website. However, I don't know why there is a change in different versions. If you know why, please tell us. Thanks for watching my video. I spent a lot of time to edit the video and record the footage, and I'm very sleepy right now. If you like my video, please click the like button and subscribe my channel. Okay, see you next time.